Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First and foremost, let me say welcome. Thank you all for deciding to view this video, regardless of your thoughts, regardless of your particular ideas and ideology. I do want to thank you for deciding to go ahead, click on here, and give it a view. Anybody who has viewed my stuff before knows most of what I do is very, very sparse updates about, well, pretty much whatever the issue is of the day that I'm having. And I basically go through and I say, welcome to the video log for whatever day, whatever month, and whatever year it happens to be. I guess I can start this off that way. Welcome to the 12th of June 2016. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, freedom of press, and what it means to each and every one of us. Folks, anybody that's on Facebook, on social media, and who happens to be in any groups that have puns or jokes that may be of a dark nature, slightly dark nature, let me be the first one to tell you that there is some folks out there who are going to go ahead and make some jokes about what happened in Orlando. Is this important to us? Yes and no. Like it or not, these folks who are making these puns and these jokes, guys, they're going to have just as much right to say whatever they want as you do. If they're posting it on Facebook, I know a lot of folks who are jumping at the gun, just punching at the bits to go ahead and say, no, we need to get them banned. No, we need to get them thrown off. No, this is wrong. No, this is too soon. You don't say this. This is the kind of wrong, horrible thing that you should not be doing. This is what you should not be saying. We should live in a society where you can't say this kind of thing. And I want you to stop and I want you to seriously think about what you're saying for just a moment. You are seriously thinking, those of you who are actually along those lines, you're seriously thinking about taking away someone's right to say whatever fool thing happens pop into their head. Do you have to agree with what they're saying? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that you have to agree with what they're saying. I'm not even saying that you have to like what they're saying. What I am saying is you have to understand and respect the right that this person has of saying whatever fool thing happens to come up in their head. And if they want to say it, respect the fact that they're going to be able to have the right to say it. There has been a lot of folks who has said a lot of stuff who has irritated and offended me. Do you know what I do to get past it? What great, mystical, amazing thing I do to say, guess what? I can deal with this and it's fine. Do I go and say, geez, I don't really know what it is I should do. Or, golly, maybe I should turn this person in and ban the hell out of them. No, I don't do that. I grow up. I'm sorry, but that's what I do. I grow up. I realize that people are going to have different opinions than I do. I realize that people are going to say stuff that I'm not going to like. I also realize it is their right to say it. So what should each and every person do? Personally, I think the world would be a whole lot better place if we would just simply realize that each and every one of us out there have the right to say what we want to say. I think that whenever we do say something that's going to offend people, we should understand that they're going to have the right to express it has offended them. And I think that we should also understand that if they say something back to us that we don't necessarily like, while we may not agree with what they said back to us, while we may not personally like what they said back to us, we need to go ahead and respect the fact that they have the right to say it. Now, on that note, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, the whole 4 people who are on Google Plus, the folks who still use MySpace, and to those of you who still use MySpace as a social media, God bless you for it. Anybody who is on 4chan, trust me, if you are on 4chan, you're going to run into a lot of shit that offends you. It's kind of a given. Anybody who writes anything, anywhere, or says anything, anywhere, is going to be offensive to someone else. It's just going to be that way. As human beings, we're going to get upset. It's just going to happen. We're going to get pissed. We're going to get mad. And we also need to understand that, hey, whenever I say something that someone doesn't agree with, they're going to get mad and they're going to get pissed. And so I should not work towards getting this person banned. I should not work towards upsetting or aggravating this person. Well, actually, no. If you want to work towards upsetting or aggravating this person, more power to you. You should, though, absolutely should stop and consider if you really want to take that first step in taking away the rights and the ability for people to say what they want to say. I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. It wasn't that long ago that somebody, some kid on League of Legends, on the forum for it, said something really offensive in the forum shortly after Sandy Hook. It was terrible timing. It was horrible timing. It was god awful. It was terrible. He should have felt terrible about what he said. He really should have. Regardless of that, it was his right to say it. It really was. Instead of everyone acting like, okay, that's his right, we just need to go ahead, grow up, and get over this. No, man. No, that did not happen. Somebody decided that what needed to happen was he needed to be taught a lesson. They turned him in. FBI actually came, arrested the poor kid. This is a teenager, man. They arrested the poor kid, and he got out on bail thanks to his dad. He still had to go to court. I don't know what happened to him past that point, but what I do know is he got in trouble over something he said, typed on a forum. It's not cool. It's not cool. So if somebody is saying something to upset you over the Orlando thing, look, I feel for you. I really do. I feel for the folks who suffered down there. I feel for the families of the people who did die in this terrible tragedy. I feel for the people who survived this tragedy, who are going to have massive psychological issues years after this. I feel for the families of the kids and Sandy Hook. I feel, I feel terrible about it. I really do. At the same point, whenever someone makes a joke about it, I'm not going to be the person that jumps up and says, we've got to censor this, we've got to stop this, this is wrong. Because, you take that first step, man, and somebody hears you and they think it's a good idea, well, they're going to run with it. And eventually, it's going to turn to where you're going to be really limited on anything that you're able to say. It doesn't matter what it is. If it disagrees with the people who are in charge of, regulation of speech, we don't want that. We do not want that. We want to live in a world, or at least I want to live in a world, where I can say something, I can be as offensive or unoffensive or whatever as I want to be. Guys, one of the major things that all of us should try and strive to do is love and tolerate. I'm serious. We don't all have to love everybody. We should try to tolerate everyone. We should try to understand that folks are not necessarily going to fit into the mode of what we like and what we agree with. We're just going to have to accept it. So, really, that's what I had to talk to you guys about today. I'm sorry, I've been on my soapbox a little bit. I just wanted to get this out. I wanted to go ahead and get this said. Regardless of how this appears or how I personally feel, I think it's a good thing to go ahead and work with this. So yeah, thanks absolutely for watching this. Be sure to, if you enjoy it, be sure to subscribe. Comment, please, absolutely comment your thoughts about what I just talked about today. Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? If you want to share this video, share the hell out of it. I'll be glad for you to do it. I know this is just kind of rambling. I know it's just kind of out there. But I feel it important to go ahead and just say this now. Seriously, everybody, please try to grow up and realize that people are going to say stuff you don't agree with. That's part of what being an adult is getting past the butt hurt feelings of somebody saying something you don't agree with. Okay? Thanks. Have a good one. May your lives be richer and more prosperous. Hell, just to quote Spock, live long and prosper.